Good morning. Good morning. First and foremost, always go to the website, see how you can support. There is a petition for the ballot on the website. Just scroll down, you'll see it. Download it. I pre-filled it out. You put your name on there, take it to your supervisor of elections office, and there you have it. You are an advocate for legislative authority for citizens, a form of direct democracy. It's super important. But let's get to why we're here. Guys, I run an unfunded campaign. I don't ask you for money. I don't ask any individual for money whatsoever. But let me tell you what's important. Right now, there are 16 candidates that are running for governor in 2026. And if you ever see me take a pause, it's more than likely because I'm doing some hefty research. So I had to look up all 16 candidates from my conclusion. And I'm reading you from my conclusion. Based on the available information, none of the current candidates for the 2026 Florida gubernatorial election are running on my platform specifically focused on legislative authority for citizens in the way that I'm addressing it. While some candidates address related issues like corruption and government accountability, none appear to be advocating for direct democracy model and constitutional implementation that forms the core of my platform. What this means is I have an emphasis on direct democracy. I have an emphasis on giving the citizen more power inside of the government beyond just voting for a representative. I have a mission for direct democracy. You're going to hear the same things. We got corruption in our government. Everybody's going to agree. You're going to hear the same things. Spending is bad. Everyone's going to agree. You're going to hear things like, we need to do more. Everyone's going to agree because all of those things are true. But what you won't hear currently, I did this analysis this past weekend, Sunday. What you're not going to hear is how to give you the power to make some of these changes happen, except for right here. Which brings me to where we are today. Here, I'm on this Nextdoor app. I had to turn it to the side so the glare doesn't tear it up. But I asked a question, and those words are knock, don't knock, don't knock if you have a no soliciting sign. Right now, 68% of the area, because I use that Nextdoor app, 68% say, do not knock on my door. Okay, don't knock on your door. I'm running a campaign because I heard citizens say we need to take money out of politics. But you will force candidates to have to take money because they have to figure out a new way to reach you because they can't knock on your door. Because when you get junk mail in the mail, you throw it in the trash. Because you don't always go to town halls. You're not packing them out. But this is what I was told. These are the things that I was told. Somebody, do not knock. That's an overwhelming percentage of people who don't want to be bothered by these individuals. Somebody's, just stated, I don't like it. Isn't there a different way? Town halls are much better. Lots of Democrats speak in your website statement. This is a solid constitutional republic, my friend, not a democracy. This is just somebody who went to the website to look for it. Understanding that if you want to have more power over your government, you've got to take it. You've got to have an opportunity to get it. This is the opportunity. Voting for me, putting that ballot in place gives you the opportunity to have direct democracy. Do not keep pushing for individuals who are being backed by money they cannot validate and verify. This is how they get locked up in conversation. This is how they end up in all of those bad things where you took money from this way, you took money from this way. That's how we end the great divide. Don't take money. Go believe in citizens. There are multiple ways to get on the ballot. You can pay the $15,000, put your name on the ballot. But what you cannot do is you just cannot fill out a form and say, I want my name on the ballot. Because guess what? Let's just say you have 8,000 people. You'd have 8,000 names on that ballot. How would you find the person you're looking for? Most of them wouldn't even be serious about what they're doing. They're not even out there. I'm telling you right now, I'm in my t-shirt. My t-shirt has my name on it, my logo on it. But you know what? Sometimes when I'm in this t-shirt and I walk up to an individual, they don't want to be bothered. They'll immediately say, I'm not buying it. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not interested. You're not interested in taking a part in your government and having control over your government. This is the things that you have to go through. But you do have to go through. You have to meet citizens where they are. Some people are rude. Some people are flat out just rude. They don't want to be bothered. When you walk up to people, it doesn't matter where. I saw somebody say, hey, I think you should just be meeting people at the grocery store and walking up to, for some people, there will never be a good time or a good way. So we have to do multiple things. But 68%, that's a lot of people that say don't knock on doors. So what do you think you should do? I tell you what you should do. You should knock on doors. Because 68% of people say they don't want it. 25%. Now, they put the numbers here, which I'm so happy for. The 68% represents 63 people that took this poll. The 23 people are the 25% that represent do not knock if a soliciting sign is present. And six people said knock. Still, an overwhelming number said don't touch our doors. An overwhelming number said don't touch. You do have to find where people are. If you're at home and you never want to be bothered and you're there all day, it's hard to get to you. I have to hope that someone shares a video or maybe gets somewhere where you are, or when I start sending out the text message notifications, hopefully you're on that voter registration feed where you can get it. Hopefully you are. It's so many ways. And sometimes you're gonna need funding when the doors are closed. So I'm telling you right now, 16 candidates are running for governor of Florida. 16, according to Ballotpedia. That's everybody who's done the survey on Ballotpedia and has information for you to go out there and grab. If you go to the state government website to see, I believe the total number is 18. But 16 have actually went to ballotpedia.org and done the candidate survey to let citizens know that we are here and we're advocating for you. And right now, like I said, I'm happy to tell you that I'm the only candidate that wants to give citizens more power over their government. Because I don't believe in the Messiah. I don't believe that the person is the be-all, end-all. No, I believe that you are. I believe that if you make a decision, you should have an actual voice to weigh in. That's what I believe. So get the Messiah complex out of here. We individually are not the way. Everybody always has to work together. And it's that important to me. It is that important to me that we all decide to work together. So that's what I do. If you don't hear from me for a while, I'm out here working hard. I'm out here meeting people. I'm out here on a bike trail, meeting people at colleges, sending out emails, letting colleges know that I'm coming, meeting people, meeting you face to face. Guys, I had a full-on argument with an individual about, hey, what's your website? I said, okay, my website is www.legislativeauthority2026.com. But what is it that you're looking for on the website that you can't ask the person standing in front of you that is the representative of every word on that website I wrote? So what is it that you want to know that I can't answer? You feel more comfortable talking or not having communication with the website than you do the actual person standing in front of you? There's a huge disconnect there. I am a people's person. When I get up, my 30-second spiel is 30 seconds. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is. Are you a resident of the state of Florida? Can you tell me a single reason why you should not have control over the individuals whom you elect? Then I spill direct democracy. I'm here getting citizens direct democracy so we can have control over our elected officials. That 30-second conversation, typically when given the time, can easily go to 3 to 5, for some people 10 minutes, because they really want that. But you just got to give people the opportunity and stop what you're doing just for a moment. 30 seconds of your time to run an unfunded campaign. I will not take money. Yes, it costs a dime to turn in that petition for the ballot. But that petition for the ballot is the difference between somebody being able to have the $15,000 that most citizens don't have. And it's not always easy to take the path that you can take. It's not. I want to pay that $15,000, put my name on that ballot. But I would rather know that citizens want control over their elected officials more than me spending some money. I want to know that citizens want control over their elected officials. I need to know it. I need to know it. Because if I'm going to watch people complain back and forward and ask about how we're going to make change, but not ever put anybody in a position to actually give you that change, I need to be able to argue that for myself, to say that when I ran for governor of Florida, the majority of citizens did not want to actually be in a position to make things better. When I ran. Whatever y'all gonna do later after this run, I couldn't tell you. But I want to be able to be sure that if I'm ever arguing amongst anybody, that I can say I could not find enough people that really wanted to be in a better position. They just wanted to talk about it. They just wanted to talk about it. But they do not want that. They want popularity. They don't want to be a part of the solution. They want to talk about the problem. That's all they want. That's what I'm trying to do for myself. That's my level of greed, is that I want to know if people want better for themselves. And if they do, are they willing to get it when it's available? Are they willing to get it when it's available? And I don't want to lay or associate myself with something negative that I could not vet properly, that I did not have the right resources to make sure that if you're giving me money, that I can make sure that you've not done something that hurt a whole lot of people that I just couldn't find out about. So yeah, I'm going to keep on getting out there. I'm going to keep on shaking hands. I'm going to keep on letting people lie right to my face, smile in my face and tell me absolutely, and not do what I've asked to be done. Because that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. I believe so much in having control over my elected officials that I'm going to keep running an unfunded, I don't want your money. I want to know if you believe that you should have control over your elected officials. If you made it this far, go to the website. If you haven't met me in person, go to the website, download the petition for the ballot, fill it out, take it to your local supervisor of elections office, and let's work together. Let's work together. Go to ballotpedia.org. If you want to see all those candidates, go to ballotpedia.org. Their profiles should be there. And you guys have a great day.